The last gift. Jack Carter was a man of simple habits. He woke up at 6 a.m. every morning, brewed his coffee, and watched the sunrise from his small apartment in Chicago. At 65, he had spent most of his life working at a hardware store, never traveling far, never doing anything extraordinary. But there was one thing that made his life special: his granddaughter, Emily. Emily was 10, full of life, and curious about everything. She would visit Jack every Sunday, bringing stories of school, her friends, and the books she loved. Jack adored her, but there was one thing he regretted: he had never given her anything truly special. One day, Jack received unexpected news. His doctor told him he had only a few months to live. It wasn't a shock. He had been feeling weak for a while, but it made him realize something. He had little time left to leave Emily a gift she would never forget. Jack thought hard. Money didn't matter to Emily. Toys would be forgotten. Then he remembered something from his childhood: his old blue bicycle. It had been his most prized possession, the one thing that made him feel free. Maybe, just maybe, he could fix it up and give it to Emily. He found the bicycle in his garage, rusted and broken. Its tires were flat, the chain was missing, and the seat was torn. But Jack didn't give up. Every day, despite his pain, he worked on it. He cleaned the rust, replaced the chain, polished the frame, and found a new leather seat. 2 months later, on a crisp autumn morning, he called Emily over. When she arrived, Jack led her to the garage, where the blue bicycle stood, shining like new. Emily's eyes widened. "Grandpa, is this for me?" she asked, running her fingers over the handlebars. Jack smiled. "Yes, sweetheart. This was mine when I was your age. I want you to have it." Emily hugged him tight. "I love it. Can we go for a ride?" Jack chuckled. "You ride, I'll watch." As Emily pedaled down the sidewalk, the wind in her hair, Jack felt something he hadn't in a long time: peace. He had given her something that wasn't just a gift, but a memory, a piece of himself. A week later, Jack passed away. At his funeral, Emily didn't cry as much as the others. Instead, she held on to something precious: the keychain Jack had tied to the bicycle's handle. It had his initials carved into it. Years later, when Emily had a daughter of her own, she passed down the same blue bicycle. And in that moment, Jack's last gift lived on. Moral: the true value of a gift is not in its price, but in the love and memories it carries.